Yes, what's happening, folks?
Yes,
And
sir.
welcome back to the Second Row Podcast. Man, we told y'all we were going to be bumping in and out, man. End of the year hasn't got here yet, and we're still not finished. But right now, and we're just going to skip a bunch of the early stuff that we usually run through, man, right off the bat, because tonight is a short one. But right now, we got in with us, man, probably one of the hottest pro wrestlers on the independent circuit right now that is internationally known in Dontae Smiley. The Apex Dontae Smiley. My brother, welcome in with us this afternoon.
Appreciate you having me, man. It's always fun to come on the Second Row Podcast and chop it up and spit the game and answer some questions, you know?
That's right. That's right. Thad, what's up, man? Thad says there's the GOAT. There it is right there.
What up, man?
Yes, sir. That's what we talk about all the time, man. Glad to have you on, brother. And your grind just doesn't stop, man. So every time that we're able to get you on the Second Row Podcast, man, it's a blessing on our part. Because you just bring that shit. So for us, it's just a blessing, brother. But as far as that goes, man, you got some wild things coming up, bro. And last night you was in a wild one too. But let's talk about last night for a minute, and then let's talk about what is still in the future for the GOAT, Dontae Smiley. So last night you figured you took on a young man that, and dude, there for a minute, I thought old boy was gonna like pull it out, man. But Dontae Smiley is just a different level type of player.
Look, man, last night at CKW, my return at CKW, you know what I mean? I've only been there 3-4 times this year, so I haven't worked there, quite as often this year as I did in the previous year or two. Facing Josiah John from Reality of Wrestling, young cat, been in about a year and a half, trained by Booker T. Built like a young stallion, dude. Like when he matures and kind of grows into who he is, into his more manly body as he ages and stuff like that, that dude's gonna be solid, bro. His wrestling is already up there. You know what I'm saying? And that body gonna grow into it. He's gonna be a powerhouse in this business. I can already tell. But at the end of the day, that experience versus youth just played into play. Because he has energy, I have energy. You know what I mean? He has skill. I have skill. I have experience. He has that inexperience. You know what I mean? And like you say, there's levels to everything in all of those categories. Just as time goes on, you know what I mean? And it just kind of showed as the match went on where that veteranship and the smarts and the wits, came into play. And then I'm costing them and helping me. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to pull out the victory over them. And, get myself to December 2nd, obviously what you're probably going to mention in Sorcade when I faced Bobby Fish, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to pull my title to make sure I had it going into, what's going to be the match of the year for Sword Championship Wrestling and probably pro wrestling.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. And folks, if you haven't had an opportunity to grab your tickets for Sorcade 4 over in Dallas, Texas on the 2nd, I encourage you to get online to Sword Championship Wrestling and get those tickets, man, now.
Get them now.
They do sell
Don't be standing room only. Get them now. Get them now.
You better get them now because that one's going to be a barn burner. I'm not going to say it's a banger. That's going to burn all the wood out, man. Everything else around with it.
Big facts.
That's just going to be wild, my brother.
Big
facts. But that young kid and Booker T, very, very good in the art of professional wrestling.
100%.
There's not very many.
No FM buts.
Yeah,
you can tell, brother was well versed. Like I say,
Yes, he was, man. Yes, he was.
There's just levels to everything, and it just wasn't his time. It just
wasn't his time, huh? Would you be offering to give him another time at another place?
Bro, like I fight anybody, bro. You pay me to fight, I'm a fight. I ain't tripping.
There you go. That's
it don't matter who it is.
I like to hear.
You pay me to fight. I'm gonna show up to the fight because I'm always ready, bro. Like I don't train to get ready for fights. I stay ready for any fight.
Yeah, Dontae would be that one guy you see out there standing at the tree going, look at these two idiots. And then somebody approaches him, and Dontae would be, I'm finna make you an idiot. That would be my thing on you, my brother. Just real talk. So and let's just the
Yeah,
other broken
yeah,
already. All right. So Sorcade 4, Dallas, Texas on the second. You and a grappling icon, dude, for real.
yeah.
And Bobby Fish. Okay.
Master technician. Yeah.
And give me your take on what's going down that night, my brother, because I know it's gonna be wild.
Man, look, man, the thing with Bobby Fish and myself alike, it seems like he trains obviously the grapple, and it looks like it might be Muay Thai that he trains that. I'm not 100% sure. But he trains in a legit martial arts, and the dude is a legit fighter, and the dude is a legit professional wrestler. But at the end of the day, fighting, and there's multiple styles that have obviously its peaks and valleys against other styles depending. And I have a fighter style. I trained in boxing in the past and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I trained in the streets with where I was raised, having to fight people on the cement, having to fight people in the parks, having to fight people at the school. I got to fight life, bro. So fighting Bobby Fish is just another fight to me at the end of the day. But the only difference is my title's on the line, and so that prestigiousness adds a whole nother level of value and intrigue to this match. Obviously, with the type of fighters that both of us are. He's obviously well decorated because he's a world renowned superstar. The dude has been at every single major promotion there absolutely is. He's one of the most decorated tag team specialists in the world with his partner Kyle O'Reilly and Red
Yeah.
Dragon, who before I was wrestling, I was watching them, you know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of what this dude can do and what he has done and about him, which is gives me a little bit of an edge because he might not know as much about me as I do about him just because I haven't had the major platform to be able to display what I could do like he has. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of what he does is out there. A lot of what I do isn't necessarily. And if we're comparing it on that grand scheme of things, and I've obviously been studying for years, been waiting for this match. So at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's just business. But also at the same time, it is personal because, like I say, real life ain't no gimmick, and I got to go in there and fight and make sure I maintain that victory to keep this house over my family's head and keep food on their table in there. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm liking to hear because I mean, you say this all the time, brother. Real life ain't no gimmick,
Right.
and real gimmicks don't. I guess don't make it in life is what you're referring to, man. And bro, you're not a gimmick, man. That's what's so much different about you.
Yeah.
Your character is totally different.
Man, see, the thing is, like there's a lot of dudes out there that like to play wrestler that do this for fun. You know what I mean? They ain't studying, they ain't taking it serious. They're not trying to make anything out of it. They just love and are grateful that they get to do it, which is like cool. But at the end of the day, I'm working to kick you out my way if you in my way at the end of the day, because I do this for the pay. You know what I mean? Because I do
Oh,
this for real. I do this is work to me. This is a job. I got to go out there and be great at my job to make more money. I got to go out there and be great at my job to get more eyes. I got to go out there and be great at my job to be able to provide. And so that's why every single night that I go to that professional wrestling ring, regardless whether I'm defending my OIWA International Heavyweight Championship, whether I'm at some other promotion, try to take the NWA Exodus Pro Midwest Championship, like I'm about to
woo.
go out to Cleveland, Ohio on December 1st. You know what I mean? I'm always going to step into that ring and deploy my greatness because I have to in order to provide. So it ain't no game to me. That's why I say that. That's where real life ain't no gimmick comes from. This ain't a game to me. This is for real. I do this to provide for myself and my people and to advance the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, dude, and I can't do nothing but that right there, bro. Because and it reminds me of that picture, man. And you looking down. I don't remember who it was. You were facing, but you were looking down on them after you pinned them, and you got up, and I gave you your belts, brother, and you raised your hand, and you was looking down on a man like this, and then there's a picture right there, brother, where you like this with your belt, man, and I'm standing right over your shoulder, dog, looking down at everything, man, and I kind of symbolize that with goat status. Okay. And when I refer that to you, man, because I've worked a lot of your matches, dude. Hey, Robert, welcome in, brother. Yeah, he was in the UK, Robert Park, and brother, he did throw down. Kelsey, welcome in back with us. Catherine, welcome in.
Hey,
Man, we got a
Robert Park, we're looking at getting back to the UK this year. We already in the talks, man. Just stay up to date, stay active on the profiles and stuff. And you'll see it. We're gonna be in multiple countries this year. We all the way worldwide. Smiley worldwide is what it is, and that's what we are.
boom. Say, bro, I think that would look real good on a
We
shirt.
already got
Smiley
the shirts
worldwide.
coming. We this
Woo!
is like ain't no gimmick. This is the business. I don't play wrestler. I am Dontae Smiley, and this is what I do. It's what I
Bro,
do.
plug where your shirts are at. Plug where all your merch is at right now. Give it to them.
Come on, man.
Give it to
Bro,
them.
we
My
look at
God.
all the merch, man. We got the music. We out there writing books. We out there running businesses, man. Come on, man. We do this for real, bro. We do this for
Man,
real.
yeah, it is for real. I want to ask you a question because you know about and somebody just asked a question on here. Madonna just popped on. She had said, what about Lulu? What about Lulu Approved? She is
Yeah,
also going to be making her first stop in Dallas, Texas, man, on December the 2nd, brother. Yeah, you
yeah.
want to take a second and kind of give her some advice?
Yeah, no, man. I've known Lulu for a while now. It's for a good, probably about 5 years now, or so, if
Yep.
not a little bit more, maybe. And so I've seen her just sprout and mature into what she is now, to finally have her first match on such a big platform and a big debut. But the family that she comes from, and the upline that she has, and the knowledge that she has because of her upline, and even her horizontal line, and her brother Future. You know what I mean? Her brother is Future, who we've all seen him develop, and what he's done over the last 4 or 5 years, even more so over the last year and a half or so,
Yeah.
2 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think she's going to be great. You know what I mean? I'm sure those nerves are going to be in there, as they would first match, and typically almost every match a little bit, but the nerves change and what they mean typically over time as you really get deep into this business and start getting an understanding of what our jobs are, and what's at stake when we walk through that curtain as professional wrestlers. And that comes with time, you know what I mean? So she's going to have some
Yeah.
nerves, and she should, but she needs to make sure that she uses it, make sure she minds her training. She's been trained by some great individuals. She's been surrounded by some great alignments just in general to be around, and through contagious proximity, learn from, just from listening, just from watching, just from hearing. I said listening already. And whatnot, and thinking about what people are doing and why they're doing it. And I think she's gonna be all right, man. Only time will tell with that one. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with anybody. Everybody kind of has,
Right.
has some kind of upside. It seems to be like when it's early on, you're like, oh, they're gonna be, great at this. But at the end of the day, only time will tell. If she wants it and she wants to go get it, and she's not scared to go get it, all the tools are there for her to be able to pull out the tool belt. You know what I'm saying? And be able to use to her advantage. But it's up
Right.
to her to use it for her advantage as time goes on, if she wants to succeed. Because nobody can help you win, but people can help facilitate, put you in position. But at the end of the day, you got to go out there and get it. You got to do the work. You got to grab the shuffle and start digging the hole. You know what I mean? And plant the seeds.
Right.
And if she does that, she'll be perfectly fine.
Yep. Welcome in, Miss Leah, and welcome in, Amy. Yes, Lulu is gonna. We think that Lulu is gonna be, on a level by all her own, long before she even gets started. As far as that goes. Now, man, there's some other things going on at Soarcade on the second too, bro. I hear Rising's gonna be in a casket match.
Yeah.
Woo! Dude, the last one I seen him in was he tried to actually burn somebody, bro.
I know.
This guy's a freak, man. So I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to that because in my mind, you never know what's coming through his mind.
Right.
As far as where Rising is concerned.
Right.
I mean, the OIWA, man, in general, brother, just keep putting out such great things right now. And I don't know, people need to be aware of this because Don't wait for it to pass you by when it happens. I'm just going to say that because it's going to. Now, Dontae, uh, brother, you are one in a million, and I talk about that sometimes, man. You could have put them right here. I mean, that there's so many that you can't put in here, uh, and you are making the waves that really need to be made, man. And again, you talk about this is how you provide, and dude, that is so monstrous that it comes out of a young man that I know where you come from. We've talked, and there's some other folks that know where you come from. And to hear these things come from you, brother, now to where you are, man, what little journey I have seen has been astronomical. Is really real talk. It's been astronomical. You are just an amazing person, an amazing athlete. You're an amazing husband and father. That is very well known because that's just a given right there. And brother, I just want to let you know, man, uh, from my heart to yours, it doesn't matter where I go. I hope somebody's watching this right now, and I hope you listening. It doesn't matter where I go, into any dressing room that I'll ever come in, step in. I will defend anybody that goes through the OIWA that is part of our family. I will defend you to 100% on any level at any point in time. And I want everybody to know that do not, under any circumstances, ever misconstrued confidence, ability, athleticism, know how, actually getting a damn push in this world that we know as professional wrestling for an ego. With that being said, Dontae, next step, man, with Bobby Fish, bro. I know are you working on your ground game? That's a very important question right now.
Man, you know, the thing with me, bro, like I'm always going to make sure I have all the tools needed to be able to get whatever job it is that I need to get done. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to humble myself, you know what I mean? Because I don't have an ego and just think I have everything. I definitely understand that there's some people, especially like Bobby, that are more talented into that ground game. I'm not ignorant to that. You know what I mean? So I easily humble myself to be like, all right, I need to get better at this. So I need to go find somewhere and train and make sure I have these tools. We've been on it. You know what I'm saying? Been on it. And to make sure that I know a little bit, have a little bit of a lot of it. You know what I mean? You want to have a little bit of style from everything. You know, you don't want to be too dominant in one thing. You want to be well versed because you got to face a multitude of different people when you step in that professional wrestling ring. Week in and week out, and you never know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? So some people are powerhouses, some people are giants, some people are
Yes,
the luchas,
yes,
some people are more strikers, some people are more grapples. Some people are just more natural, just high fly, not luchas, but just high flyer. Some people are more hybrids where they can do a little bit of it all. You know what I mean?
right.
And that's the thing. And so I make sure that I'm very well versed in that hybrid category. You know that way I'm not too good at one and not good enough at another style, or vice versa. So I get now with where I'm at in my career, I make sure that I hit all the different training styles and go get the knowledge from people that are super versed and super experienced in those other different martial arts or aspects of fitness and health and fight, to be able to once again have the tools in my tool belt to be able to pull out
Well,
anything I need.
I asked about the ground game. Now I know about your ground game because I work a lot of your matches, brother. And
Right.
and that's not just that. That's not a gimmick, folks. I mean, I'm gonna just let you know it's not a fucking gimmick. This kid is very, very good, man. Y'all do not understand about this young man if you have not seen him, watched him with your eyes, looked at some of his social media, watched a match or two of his. The one thing I haven't seen very much of is the high flying stuff. And I think there's a reason for that because what a lot of wrestlers can't do is how to keep people grounded.
Right.
And that's real talk. You know how to keep them grounded. So I don't see where you need a lot of high flying stuff. That's just my opinion. I think that your ground game, your actual poise to professional wrestling, man, is so far on point, it's unreal. And you may not even realize this yet, but then again, you may, because you had a lot of backing and you've had a lot of big names, brother, right here going, hey, Dontae, man, I mean, I don't know where to critique you at, bro. You know, you're just that good, you know.
Right.
And then there's some that go, you know, the only thing I would critique would be this or this, you know, and
Right.
you already know real life's not a gimmick, you know. So I mean, what's the biggest critique that you've had to date in your career?
Honestly, bro, it's not even a wrestling aspect. It's a mindset aspect of something that I got from somebody. It didn't have anything to do with anything in the ring, because that just comes with time, you know, time and experience, and
Right.
you know who you're around and what kind of people you get in ring with early on and all that. I've gotten a lot of good advice. A lot of it gets repetitive more than anything. The mindset aspect of it that I got was from Bobby Horn, a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. You know, he just told me straight up. He was like, "You got to, you know, like, stop caring. You know, like, do you? You know what I'm saying?" He was like, "You got it, bro." He was like, "You got to do you. Focus on your journey. Don't like the post I made earlier. You know that's
Yep.
the advice. You know what I mean? It's something
That's what I was trying to get out of you right there.
that's the advice that I got, or you know, from him long ago, is to focus on my own journey, and only that. And if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and believing what you're doing, it's gonna come in due time. You know what I mean? So I don't focus on anybody else's journey, because I have a winning journey, so I don't have time to hit the bandwidth to be able to focus on somebody else. I got to focus on what I got to do here for around here. You feel me? I got to focus what I'm gonna do here for around here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. We're losers, people that aren't winning, people that aren't succeeding, people that have jealousy in their heart, people that have envy in their heart. Those are the ones that look at somebody else and wonder why them, how they get that, what are they doing to deserve that? You know what I mean? Why do they have and I don't? You know, start really having that "woe is me" mentality. You know what I mean? Winners don't worry about other people. Winners worry about winners. Losers focus on people that are winning rather than focusing on themselves and how they could be winning. And that's all that comes down to. So I got to focus on those. That way I can maintain focusing on this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, man. That is that's really the point of it right there. What's up, Mary, young man? How you doing, Dante? This
What up,
young man said,
KT?
"What's up to you?" So, you know, everybody knows. Uh, hey, Catherine, little snot. All right, so
Joey DM
yeah,
said you need to retire, bro. You ain't ready yet,
yeah.
though. You ain't ready. You decide that. Price doesn't decide that for you. You decide that.
Yeah, okay. All right. So moving along. All right. So all right. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. You know what? I'm professional, brother. Calm, cool, collective. Kind of like my other brother. What's up, Nate? How you
Well,
doing
Nate
there, Mr.
Lawson.
Young Lawson?
Hey, so like Nate, my bad, bro. Like about that last match, it was nothing personal, bro. Like you know, I don't like people getting in my face and putting their hands on me. Like I was gonna be the cool ref the whole time during that match. You know what I'm saying? But then Irvin decided to put his hands on me, so I had to knock him out. Then Gabe decided to put his hands on me, so I had to knock him out. Nate decided to put, I didn't put my hands on anybody until they put their hands on me. Go back and watch the video. Dontae Smiley was the perfect ref, and I did not put my hands on anybody until they put their hands on me. Now, once they put their hands on me, all bets off. I ain't paid the ref. I mean, I was paid the ref that night, but I ain't a ref. You put your hands on me, I go right back in the wrestle mode. So bow, super kick to one, bow, double stomp to another, bow, headbutt to the dirt. Like it was just a natural reaction when I felt that touch, when they put their force on me some kind of way, you know what I mean? So I apologize for that. You know, I didn't mean anything by it. You know, you just wrong place, wrong time. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Whoa, whoa. ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't at that show, but
Mm.
I've seen some stuff from that show, and it was wild
Yeah,
from what I've seen.
they had the head champ be
Especially
the head ref that night. The head
yeah,
champ was
especially to see
the
Dontae
head
under the
ref.
stripes. Especially to see him under the stripes. Yeah. Uh, Nate, I don't know what happened that night, man.
Bro, I just
I,
told you, Chris. They were
I
head.
know, but
Bro, Joey, I was doing like you. They pinned. I said one. I said the two kickouts happened.
okay,
I
okay,
was saying 1, 2, 3. Hey, get him off. You got a 5 count. I was doing all that. I studied you. You like you say, you ref my matches a lot, bro. I don't work with one of the greatest refs in the game, bro. But you
man,
know
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
And so, like, I studied already. I studied because we studied each other. We've been in there, you know.
Yep,
And
yep.
so I was doing my job, bro. Then Chris gonna get in my face and point his finger and like, gave me one of those in my chest. So like I had to knock him out. I kicked him in his head. Like kicked his head smooth off after that. You know what I mean?
You know, Dontae,
Nothing
I
personal.
have the same thing. You don't put your hands on the official.
Bro. Then Gabe Excel, he gets in my face. He did the finger thing. He grabbed my shirt collar and twisted it. Then he threw a punch at me, which I elusively ducked because I have spidey senses and knew that his big ass was going to try to come back and do something like that. And then he got stomped out. He still won because I double stomped his ass cold out and he landed on top of Irvin and I counted the 3. So he still won. And then here comes Nate Lawson. Get in the ring. His guy won the match. I said, look, man, I had to do what I had to do. He put his hands on me. It was nothing personal. Like, I know that's your boy now. Then Nate's like, no, this is crap. You did this because of me and our history, blah, blah. Like, Nate, I don't give a shit about you, bro. You are not in my way. You are not in the line of vision anymore. I handled you. You're to the wayside. I'm doing my thing now, have been doing my thing now. And then Nate decided to put his finger and muff my face. And then I said, look, I'm going to walk off. When I walk off, don't touch me again, and we'll be cool. I get you frustrated. I'm going to stay cool, calm, and collect. I wasn't paid to come here and fight tonight. I paid to come here and ref. Then he grabbed my shoulder. I turned around and headbutted the dog shit out of him and knocked him to the ground, too, and walked out of there like I tried to beforehand, And so, everybody laid there on bed. They sowed them seeds to get knocked out, you know what I mean? And I made sure they received that fruit of getting kicked, of getting stomped, and of getting headbutted.
Man. Okay, so I'm going to, hey, good job, Dontae Smiley. You don't let them put their damn hands on you, brother. And if they do, defend yourself. You have a right to do that. Okay? That is your right to defend yourself. Regardless of how you defend yourself, your actions being either, hey, you can carry your ass to the back, you're fined 5,000, 10,000, whatever. Now you're suspended for a month, or I'm going to knock your ass out. All right. So just, bro, I commend you for defending yourself. And hey, if you ever under the stripes, man, don't ever let nothing like that happen, man. Don't never let nothing like that go on.
Right.
And that's what these young cats.
I could have kicked him out. I could have called the match when they put their hands on me the first time. And I didn't do that. You know what? We're all men in here. I'm not going to disqualify you. Look, we got a man-to-man confrontation right now. We're going to handle this here. And I was the one that handled it in all 3 situations.
There you go. So now, Nate, if I'm sure Dontae would agree with me when we say, any further action, reaction, however you want to play it at that point in time, there's always a ring where you can grab a mic, man, and come and talk to Dontae Smiley face to face and not have to do it on the Second Row podcast, even though I do not mind you coming here and asking him these questions.
For what? Bro, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. I reacted based off of what they did. They're not in my vision, bro. I have Exodus. I have Bobby Fish. I have TJP. I'm not like I mind my business. If they mind theirs, we're all good. We never have to worry about each other. Just everybody mind their business. Like I said earlier, bro, you can't be worried about what somebody else is doing. Focus on you. Focus on your journey and what you're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? It's different up here. It's different up here. Yes, I said what I said. It's different up here. It's hard to breathe up here for majority of people.
Got less air up here, don't we?
Yeah. There ain't enough room at the top, baby. There's not.
I mean, and Dontae, that coming from you, bro, that's real talk. And I'm just gonna say that. And I told you today, man, we was gonna keep this one short and sweet because we want to focus on Soarcade, man, because that's your next stop, and it's several of them's next stop also. Would you consider this to be your biggest match of your career at Soarcade?
Oh, biggest match.
I mean, Austin Aries was a good one, dog.
Oh man, I've had some matches, Joey. I don't know. Like I'm not good with rankings because for every different reason over another, all of them were big at the time that they came. For what they were. Every one of them had a reason. You know what I mean? And so it's hard for me to say when I've done TV stuff as well before, which obviously is huge opportunity and need for our careers. Is it up there? Of course it is. You know what I mean? Of course it is. But to me, every single match that I'm able to be in is a big match because I understand that every time we lay it out there in that ring, it could be the last one. And that's why I go in and make sure I give my all every time I step into that last ring. So if I don't, for whatever reason, ever get to do it again, people can't ever look at me and say I didn't give my all to what I brought whenever I stepped into that ring. So every match is a main event match if I'm in it at the end of the day. It don't matter where I'm at on the card. You put me first match, okay, it's going to be a main event match. You put me third match, okay, it's going to be main event match. You put me main event, okay, it's going to be main event match because I'm the main event. So where Dontae Smiley is, where the apex of excellence is where the main event is at. And that's just real life, regardless of where I'm at. If you can't stand the heat, stay your ass out the kitchen.
Boom!
Stay out.
Oh,
it's hard to breathe in here, man. It's hard to breathe. Joey, everybody want it, but everybody don't want to work for it, bro. Everybody want to blame somebody else for their wimpiness, rather than pointing the finger at themselves and just grinding and focusing on them, bro. I focus on me. I'm on my business. I'll be there for my team. I spit wisdom and game when I'm in locker rooms to those that want to be able to receive it, bro. I'll be honest about what I say. I ain't got no personal relationships with people I don't need to be having no personal relationships with. You know what I mean? Because I keep my circle tight. I got my tight circle, then we got acquaintances, you know what I'm saying? Because this business is funny like that, and I respect everybody, bro. I love everybody, and we can all eat at the end of the day. The difference is some people are just willing to work on doing the cooking so they can eat a little bit quicker rather than people sitting at the table waiting for their plate to be made.
Right. They want to try that taste test.
No, people don't want to cook. People don't want to get their hands dirty. People ain't trying to chop up onions and bell peppers and mix up stuffing. You know what I'm saying? People ain't trying to butter up the turkeys and shit. They just want to sit at the table and wait to be fed. You can't wait to be fed if you want that. You can't wait to be fed if you want to be on TV. You can't wait to be fed if you want to go overseas. You got to get the cooking and feed your damn self and not wait on anybody to make that plate for you.
Well, Nate Lawson said you basically been OIW champion for 3 years now. Congratulations, Dontae, and happy Thanksgiving. And Nate, same to you. I mean, I there's no core there with me and you, and I'm sure there's not with Dontae. But I mean, if you're that upset with it, I'm sure Dontae would be glad to answer any questions that you have. As far as that goes,
we can talk person to person. We can talk personal. Hey, Nate Law, bro, if you got a problem, bro, like, let's wait till after. I know Gabe XL is in the Rage in the Cage match. I got my Bobby Fish match. If you want to talk, we will sit down and have a conversation about what happened at that last show if we really have to. I'm a grown man, bro. I ain't got time to sit here and play games and be Twitter, dumb warriors and finger warriors and all that kind of stuff. At the end of Soarcade, if you really want to talk, we could talk. All right. It's open invitation. You can come to my locker room and we could talk.
Okay. Okay. Well, he says he doesn't have a problem at all. So evidently, whatever that is, it is squashed, man. So I mean, it is what it is. He understands that probably that, and should everybody else, as Dante said, right along with me, you don't put your hands on officials. So we'll just leave it at that and move on forward, and that's how that rolls out. Now, Dante, I look forward to the second young man. I really do. I
Yeah.
look forward to watching you and Bobby Fish, man. I think that is going to be probably the match of the year.
Hey, I'm giving
Anywhere
myself
you
a
go.
round of applause for getting
Hey,
here
and you
because
should. You should.
a lot of people said I wouldn't be here. A lot of people said I wouldn't make it this far. You know what I mean? A lot of people said I was gonna be done years ago, and we here, baby. We grind. We succeeded. We working. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. I speak it into existence, and then I work it to existence. You feel me?
I'm gonna give you a standing ovation right there on that one, my man. I am.
Like, hey,
Ladies and gentlemen.
like Dion said, don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
There you go. I love that, man. I love that. And with that, bro, we're going to close this one down today. By God, that is the greatest way to end this podcast for today, is what Dante just said. Hey, say it one more time, man, so the guys in the back can hear you. Say it one more time.
Don't let my confidence. Hold on.
Y'all listen.
Let me grab this.
Okay.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity. That's a quote from Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? I say it in a way of like, just mind your damn business and worry about what you got to worry about and focus on your journey. Don't be focusing on anybody else's. Damn sure not mine.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a absolute blast one today for Dontae Smiley, myself, Tim, the producer. This is the Second Row Podcast, and we gone.